Today, as we come together to celebrate the Eucharist, and we remember all of you from near and far throughout New England, and also in Louisiana and Michigan and Tennessee and the Virgin Islands, and so many other places by way of CatholicTV.com. As we began our celebration of the Eucharist this morning, praying for those graces that only God can give, the God who sent his son Jesus, and Jesus who picked the apostles. And today we celebrate the feast of one of them, St. James the Apostle, his brother John. Jesus thought of them as sons of thunder, and rightly so. They were strong, powerful men. They were fishermen. At times they could be impetuous, especially James. And yet all the time, their tremendous love that they exhibited for Christ, to the point of even dying as they did as martyrs, to shed their blood for the faith of the church. It must have taken the apostles some time to get used to the gentle message of Jesus Christ. Impetuous and powerful and strong and all of that. They might have had a difficult time. And then when they met the Lord, they followed him unwaveringly. Today, we celebrate the feast of St. James. In today's gospel, Jesus challenged James and John and all the apostles, can you drink the chalice that I am going to drink? That was a challenge, to see how strong was their faith commitment, how strong were they in their vocation to follow the Lord. Jesus, as he challenged them, challenges all of us every single day that we live. And may we, as we go through this life, living out our faith, be like James, whose feast we celebrate today, be like John and Peter and Andrew and all of them, those first apostles, to follow the Lord with love, with faith and hope and love. James was with the apostles when the daughter of Jairus was brought back from the dead by the Lord. James was with his brother John and Peter on the Mount of Mount Tabor, in that magnificent transfiguration when the divinity of Christ shone forth through his humanity. James was with Christ in the Garden of Gethsemane during those terrible, agonizing hours before his crucifixion. And just as Jesus challenged James, he challenges us. Can we too drink the cup that the Lord will send to us? Now, what is that cup? What are those challenges? Sickness, reverses, failures, disappointments, lack of employment, loss of loved ones, all of those various pitfalls we find on this journey through life. But if we stay close to Christ, if we live this faith of ours received in baptism and nourished by Mass and prayer and sacrament, we too will join the Lord and all of the saints at the end of this earthly journey. The challenge is difficult at times. There are times we want to throw it off our shoulders. There are times we wish we never had it. And surely there are times when we wonder, is there a Lord in heaven? And we're no different than anyone else. We all have them. Everyone has those moments in our lives. But as we began this Mass together this morning, praying in this feast of St. James the Apostle, that we too will grow closer to Christ and one another, but the graces and the blessings we gain at Mass and prayer and sacrament. Let us close our reflection this morning with this prayer on this feast of St. James the Apostle. May each one of us seek the greatness of God in our own lives by imitating his humility and his generosity of Jesus, his Son. May God help us to find our places in his kingdom here on earth by drinking from the chalice of selflessness, by proclaiming in our own lives the gospel of Jesus Christ, of faith and hope and love. And as we all know so well, we can do this best by Mass and prayer and sacrament. And God love you.